Yeah, well, I guess Sora's Domain is next then. Let's head over and hopefully see my fiancée and how she's grown. Navi, hello. Listen! An arctic wind is blowing from Sora River. Do you feel it? Oh yeah, it's snowing, right? Just realized. Huh, interesting. Good thing they didn't change the lock, it still works. Yeah, I guess that's where your arctic wind is coming from. Sora's Domain, good to know. Sora Shop, we have fresh fish. Yay, I lit up the torch. So everybody froze to death? Looks like it. Well, I guess we're gonna pay Lord Yabi a visit. See how he is faring. At least behind here the water isn't frozen yet, right? So that's gotta be a good sign. Maybe not. No whale. Okay. Let's go do some iceberg hiking, I guess. Get another pièce de cœur. Don't know if that's how it's called in French. Probably not. Rotating icebergs, and over here into the cave. Everybody's favorite ice cavern. That's where all of the, the ice cream comes from. Can you see it? Beautiful vanilla flavor and blueberry flavor or whatever. And if you see some yellow, it's for sure, lemon flavored. Red one is probably strawberry. Okay, an icicle as big as my body just went straight through me. Or at least it looked as if it went through me. It's the evil long-nosed workers that want to steal all the eyes. Oh, it's already broken. Wow, okay. Yeah, so that's the quality you get from Medigoron for 200 rupees, right? It's already broken. How many times did I swing it? 4 times? 5 times? 6 times? Yes. Silver rupees! Who doesn't want themselves? Oh, okay, that was close. Some silver rupees. That's quite fast spinning. Wow. Scythe over here, made of ice. Am I missing one? Oh, I think it's behind here. Ah! Ouch! Oh, okay, that didn't really do any damage. Watch out! That was a little late, Navi. Thank you. That's a fast spinning metal blade. It's Beyblade! I don't wanna fall down, I guess. Listen! This blue fire! It doesn't seem natural. Maybe you can use it for something? So... Whoa, I only have 1 arrow left, really? Well, that's not how that works. And let's see if we can melt red ice with blue fire. Ooh, surprise, surprise. Map. Compass. Map. Yay. Refill my bottle. Waitress! 1 more! Oh, waiter. Oh yeah, King Sora is also encased in red ice, right? So we got to remember to take one of those with us when we leave the cave. But first of all, I'm gonna get sliced by the blade. I'm not. Gonna unfreeze both of these. And then we check the map. Okay, so this is the eastern one. Perfect. Because this is a dead end, so we can just check the room here. And there's another blue fire here. I don't have any arrows anymore, so I have to kill the bats using my hookshot. Okay, so my sword can destroy the icicles, but the hookshot can't. Although the hookshot can kill Skulltulas when they're facing you with their tanky side. And the sword can't. Well, I'm not sure about the monster sword, to be honest, but I think it can't. I'm hearing... Well, first of all, there's the heart piece over here. This one is easy to get, wow. 40 tokens, so we probably lifted the curse of another poor soul. And this is probably the compass, I guess. It is. It's a small dungeon though. So let's refill our bottles. I did get 10 arrows, right? So I do have some arrows to kill the bats in the next room with. I can hit 10 targets with 15 arrows. Can I hit 3 targets, 3 randomly moving targets with 10 arrows though? We will see. Come on. 1 to go. Easy. So, collect some silver rupees again. Do they also count as rupees? Oh, they do! They're actually 5 rupees, that's nice. So, we need the block to get to the other ones, right? And of course, since it's ice, once we've barely touched it, it just slides across the room into the direction that we pushed it in, and only stops once it hits. It's a recurring theme in Nintendo games, right? I just remember like Pokemon, for example, where you have to push all of these stones on the ice floors and all, basically every Pokemon game. Although it doesn't make any sense at all. First of all, I do need a real good grip on this icy floor to even be able to push it, instead of pushing myself just away from the block. And then why would it have such a huge momentum when I just like... whatever. I don't need any more blue fire currently. Huh, okay. Probably should have pushed it over there first. Bye bye. Huh, that's too far. Ugh, close. Oh, damn it! I thought it would stop at this one. Oh no! Ah. I thought the rock would be closer to the edge of the room. So we... okay, I guess we just push it over there and then to the right, right? Ugh. Okay. Too easy, you know. So, how do we push it over there? Need to get it to this side of this pillar here, right? So we have to push it from over here. Well, I guess I can push it from this side to this pillar. Yeah, and then it will be blocked here. So, how do we get it over here? Yeah, I think this one is narrow enough, right? So we have to push it to this one. Is it that easy? Can we just... Oh yeah! Does it fit through here? I think so. Then we can just push it forward and to the left, then forward again, then to the right and backwards. And then to the left. And since we've used some blue fire... Oh damn it, okay. If we push it to the right now, it will just fall off. Push it to here and then push it back to here. That doesn't really fit the bill though. Then we can push it over here, and that doesn't do anything. Huh. Well, first let's get the blue fire. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I push it here, I would be able to just jump over there. But I do think it is meant to be pushed here, right? So I do want to solve the riddle. If I push it to the wall, I cannot push it back here. So I cannot just move it over here. Well, I mean, that's the only thing I can do right now, right? Don't push it against the wall, or I won't be able to push it back into the room. Now, the only thing I can do is push it forward again, actually. At least if I want to achieve something that I haven't had before. Now, if I push it to the right, we're done for. So, we can only push it to the left. But now we're in a position we basically already had. Is there a way to push it in there? Has to be, right? Let's reset and try again.
2 hours later.
Oh, okay. And then over... stupid me, of course. We push it over there, and then to the right. And then to the right, and to the right, and to the right. There we go. Only took me like a millennium. But it's still not perfectly centered. It bothers me. Well, it's not on top of the markings in the ground. That's what bothers me. And yes, I genuinely never do this room with pushing the block, so I really didn't know the solution to it. And there's the evil boss of this... Whoa, okay, I actually hit it. White Wolfers! Lure it close to you and watch its movement carefully. I think it's that's exactly the same text that the normal Wolfers also give. So we'll also fight it like normal Wolfers. And there you go. Wow, that was a hard boss. No map and no compass left, so what do we get? Something important? New shoes! You got the iron boots! So heavy you can't run, so heavy you can't float. And it's jam time! We meet again, Gilganon! So for some reason you're always where I am, just a little after me, you know. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. Don't they drown? Well, if they evolved from fish, they probably can breathe underwater, right? I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. Surprise! This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Sure. Hit me. Time passes, people move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. Are you talking about Ruto? She really fell in love with me just from this one meeting we had. Poor girl. The clear water surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. Oh yeah, I will atone for my sins. You have learned the serenade of water. Gilga, I see you again. Yeah, that could not go. Although, are you freezing me this time? Hot. Nuts. So, let's try these iron boots, I guess. So that we... Can I just dive here? Nope. There's a door underwater. And now, this is the big one thing that sucks really hard in the original N64 version of this game, because every time you want to equip something in this equipment subscreen, I mean, of course, usually for the shields or for the tunics or for the swords, it's not that important because you don't really change those very often, only for, you know, laundry day. But with your boots, it's something entirely different, because you have to switch boots pretty often. You don't want to use the iron boots when you run around, because they are too heavy to run. You just like stomp around like a dinosaur, right? I know dinosaurs can be really fast, but this dinosaur can't. It's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex that has his hands as his feet. So you always want to unequip them whenever you're not in water, because you use them for sinking down in the water and walking on the ground of the water. And if you've watched one of my randomizer videos, you know that you can quickly equip the iron boots and the hover boots with just using the D-pad. D-pad left and D-pad right. This is a system that they added in the remake of this game, Ocarina of Time 3D on the Nintendo 3DS version, but it's not in the base game. So whenever we want to switch our boots, we need to go to the menu screen, equip them, and exit the menu screen again. Every single time. Yeah. So let's unthaw King Sora. I'm not entirely sure why they didn't implement the D-pad version in the first place, because also of course the N64 controller also had a D-pad. Even though you usually played it with the... Well, of course, yeah, of course. If you remember, the N64 controller had... The analog stick with which you moved wasn't on the left side, but in the center, on a separate handle right here. So you held the N64 controller like this. And the D-pad would be on the left side over here, so you couldn't really reach it in the normal position. But you weren't really able to use the analog stick if you had to use the D-pad and vice versa. So that's maybe why they didn't think of the D-pad as additional buttons for equipping boots and stuff in the first place. Alright, King Sora! Be free, Willy! Oh, I've come back to life! Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. Oh, that's nice. You got a Sora tunic. This diving suit is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Wear it and you won't drown underwater. Well, it doesn't say you can breathe underwater, just that you won't drown, so it might still be that you just, like passively get enough water filtered from the water so that you don't die, but maybe you just can't move or anything. Wow, that's a horrible thought. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it, everything we had to do up here. So let's just whip out the ocarina and play the Serenade of Water to get to the water temple. Warp to Lake Hylia, yeah, that's convenient. Since we're already here, we'll just go over to the scarecrows and play a song for them. And then we can get a heart piece on top of the lab. Hello. Remember me? Probably not. Oh, he does. Well, he remembers the ocarina and the song, I guess. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the tune. You rock. I'm blown away. Yeah, sure, that's $50 then. Oh no. I didn't forget the song. I never forget anything, but I just feel like rewarding you, baby. I have a good idea. My buddy Pierre is wandering around, so play that tune when you want to call him. I'll tell him to help you if he's nearby and here's that song, baby. How do you tell him if he's not here right now? Telepathy, I guess. Scarecrows are all interconnected with each other. That's food for thought. And that's how you tame a scarecrow. Now where's that raven? It's already there. Always the same with you ravens. Yes, they're ravens, not crows. That's why the scarecrows don't work, because they only scare crows and not ravens. But ravens have yellow beaks, and crows have black ones. And crows are really fearsome. I read a story. If you have children around, or if you just... It'll get a little gory, just a little, but yeah. So I've heard a story that at some lake, I think it was in Germany, some toads just happened to blow up, literally. For some reason. Nobody knew why. They just swell up to huge size for some reason. They couldn't move, of course, until they splattered their inside everywhere. And the reason they found out, once they investigated it, was that some crows found out that the only piece of the toad that they can eat, because of course crows are they eat everything, they eat from insects to meat to grain, just everything, was the toad's livers, because everything else of the toad was poisonous to them. So what they did is they used their sharp long beaks to, well, I mean, you can probably guess at what I'm getting at, to get through whatever was in the way to get to the liver of the toad and eat it. And then, without the liver, the toad would I'm not sure if it was gas or just liquid that they couldn't filter out without their liver, so yeah, they just swell up and then... disturbing. We got a piece of heart, yay! Alright, let's head over to the water temple. As you can see, Lake Hylia has had seen better times when it comes to his water level. I guess that's what global warming does. Well, actually, global warming would... An interesting thought. Because, of course, global warming means that there is more water in the atmosphere, right? Because the ice melts on the poles. And, of course, there will be more water in the atmosphere because more of the water evaporates. So the question is, would the water level of Lake Hylia actually rise or lower with higher temperatures? Well, probably it's just like the Dead Sea. Well, it's called sea, but it's more like a lake. I don't know where it is. Somewhere in the Middle East. It just has this ultra high salt concentration, and the reason for that, of course, is because it is below sea level, so the water has nowhere to flow out from it, which means that all of the water that is brought to the sea carries all its salt into the sea, and then the water has no way out except for evaporating, and it just leaves the salt behind. So the salt level, the salt concentration in the sea is rising and rising. But for some reason, I think it's because of the excessive use of the water of all the rivers that actually bring water to it, and the Dead Sea is slowly drying out and will be gone in a few years. I'm not sure if it's like 10 years or 20 years or 5 years, but yeah, if you wanted to pay the Dead Sea a visit, then you probably have to go there pretty soon. Just remember to never ever drink the water, it's highly poisonous. Alright, Water Temple. The entrance to the Water Temple is right over there. We do want to equip this Sora Tunic first, because you can breathe on the water with the Sora Tunic. Don't ask me how this works, because it doesn't even cover his nose or his mouth, which I think in Breath of the Wild does, right? Interesting detail. And then we equip the Iron Boots so that we can walk down here. So the only weapon we can use underwater, as you can see, is the hookshot. Probably because it's pressurized enough so that it can still fire underwater. And we got to pull the plug. And then we can enter the Water Temple.